Today I wanted to show you a new app I got called Brink Traveler, which allows you to visit outdoor scenes like this in VR. Now, this is actually not the app. This is just the home environment that came with the app. So it is one of the scenes you can see, but it's not exactly the way they actually have it in the app. You might notice on the flat screen it's a little tricky, but basically the floor looks like it's painted flat. So it's painted on a flat surface, and it's designed to look like texture. So think like maybe like a linoleum floor that's meant to look like it's made of stone or made of wood. And then you find out it's just basically a photo pasted to a flat surface. That's what you get when you look at it from this perspective. But again, this is just the home environment. The actual app has much more realistic looking textures when it comes to the floor. And the idea is basically that they are going to these places and using I would say 3D cameras, basically taking these photos and then recreating them so that they are in VR as if you are actually in this place. Now, I'm going to carefully move forward and try not to step on anything or fall over anything in my little area here. But this is what you can see from just the home environment. Oh, I think that's the end of where I can walk. How fitting. It actually coincides with the cliff edge. So, again, this is just a home environment. The actual app is going to be much more detailed, and there's, of course, more things you can see. But this is just a taste of it, I would say. So let's jump into that app right now. It's Brink Traveler that we're going to be jumping into. Okay, so now I'm inside the app, and as you can see, it's the same setting as the home environment, but it's not exactly the same. So now there's texture. Now it goes up and down. There's grass. You can actually see this grass has been animated, so it actually moves and sways. And everything is more three-dimensional. So it no longer looks like I am... Oh, what did I just do? Oh, that's funny. So that's a function where you could take pictures if you happen to do this. And I did it by accident, which is pretty interesting. But there is this... You could see the texture now, and you can walk through this the way you would normally just walk in a room, and you can, move around. But you can also use the joystick on the controller, and if I push forward a little bit, I'll move forward. But then it stops me right about this red line, so I don't actually go over the edge. Now, if you've never tried VR before, moving with the joystick like this is a little bit weird. I'm actually not a fan of it, but I will have to get used to it. Now, what's cool about this is because it dips down right here, it actually adjusts your field of view. So it's as if I'm stepping into that little dip and actually moving down. Now, what's also cool about this is they animate little things like this, like rocks, where you can actually reach over and pick it up. And you can look at it. But really, what you want to do is this. And I think that's really cool. Now, I don't know how well you can actually throw. That's oh, that's cool. It even animates the shadow of the rock. I didn't notice that. Now there's nothing above me. Okay. I mean, I probably would have thrown it further than that in real life, but still pretty cool. Now, they add little things here and there, like that bird. That's more of just an animation that they put in there. Where's the boat? There's supposed to be a boat. Huh. I'm guessing the boat already passed. So they animate a little boat that goes through here. Now, this is still a still image. I said still twice. This isn't a still image, but they animate little things like little shimmering on the water to kind of trick you into believing that it's actually moving. Now, if you look up, you'll see the clouds are not moving. Now, I think, unless it's my imagination, could just be my imagination, but it seems like that those little streams from the planes might be moving a little bit. But that's what this app is all about. You can come to this place, which I believe is Horseshoe Bend. I think it's in Arizona. I hope it is in Arizona, otherwise I'm going to sound silly. That sounds silly anyway. But you can come here and visit this, even though you can't, in case you can't actually come here and visit it. And it's pretty realistic looking. Now, you do have a limited amount of space that you can navigate. As you can see, you get to this edge and it's red, and then it has like a little outline. Ooh, it has a little outline here. Again, I'm still getting used to this whole using the joystick to move. It still kind of makes my stomach turn a little bit. It makes me sway back and forth because I'm thinking that I'm gonna fall forward. So I actually lean back, and then I'm actually leaning back, so I try to compensate. I think it's something you get used to though. Now, these are the animated additions. The grass that's moving around, these little flowers. Unfortunately, you can't interact with them like you can those rocks, which is kind of a shame. But it does look nice. And again, you can just kind of navigate through here. Now, normally when you jump in to this app, there's going to be someone talking to you. There's this narrator and there's music. I have to turn off the music because I made a previous video with this on my other channel and got a copyright. Not a strike, but a copyright, I guess, warning or something because of the music that's in here. So I turned that off. The music is actually quite nice. The narrator is informative. But when you're trying to make a video where you're the one talking, it gets a little annoying. So I turned her off. But the idea is you come in here and the narrator tells you different things. And you have a compass, which when you activate, you can find different points. And then it gives you even more information. And the narrator will read it for you and tell you all this stuff. But again, you can turn her off. Can I grab? Oh, I can't grab it. I didn't know that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So it gives you, some information about this. Now, I'm assuming that this is actually a real thing, because I would feel kind of betrayed if it wasn't. But it looks like, someone carved that there, and it's, a historical thing. But that's not the only thing you can. Is that a bald eagle? I think it's supposed to be a bald eagle. I can see kind of like a white on it. But you also have this little watch, which allows you to do a couple of things. You can go into the settings, which I did before I started the video, so that I can actually turn off the music and all this other stuff. I'll probably put my own little music in here. But you can change it from from day till night. So right now it's daytime. You can turn it to nighttime. And nighttime, I'm gonna have to brighten this for the actual video. Because everything is darker when you put it on the TV or on YouTube. But it's really dark. You can still see the area around. You can kind of get a good view of it. But the whole point is the sky. Now I can still hear wind in the background, but I can't hear water anymore, which is kind of odd. But this sky is really pretty. It's also really creepy, like the idea of just being on this, like if it was in real life, and this cliff edge at this time, you know, where it's dark like this. Yeah, I wouldn't feel good about that. That moon though. But alright, let's go back to daytime. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the boat. It was here before. Usually there's a little boat, and at first it looks like it's just a still image, but then little by little it moves around, goes around the other way. But alright, now if you click on, well, the little globe or the earth, it opens up different areas. This is cute, this little compass. And you can actually see all this information about these things. This is the introduction one, so when you first jump in, it brings you here, and it's like a tutorial. She tells you, you know, how to do things, and then they kind of let you do your own thing. And you can kind of move it this way, which is kind of cool, or you can grab here and move. Now you can go to each one of these. However, it does not come already downloaded. So I guess that's a good way to save space, but you would just, you know, you click download for each one that you want to see. It's no extra charge, it's part of it. And you can go visit each one of these. Now, I have not visited any of these yet, except for, I think, the last one. There's quite a few actually. So it's not terrible in that sense. There's a good amount. You can spend a good amount of time in here. Now, I've previously shown the app Wander, which is essentially Google Street View, but it also has a lot more. You can actually go into museums if it's been mapped out. But the difference between Wander and this app is, well, with Wander it's a stationary image, 360 image. So if I could turn around and see the image this way, the same way I'm doing here. But if I try to walk and move within the image, within the environment, because it's just a single picture, a single 360 picture, I can't actually move within that. I'm gonna be stationed wherever the camera was. So if I try to move, the whole image is gonna move with me. However, the plus side to that is there's multiple images, so I can teleport from one image to the next. So if they map this whole area, for example, which I don't know, I haven't actually seen in Wander, if they have, but if they have, I can teleport and actually see a lot more. Whereas with this app, they have one fixed location that they spend a lot of time recreating to look like it's real, and then they just give you that small amount of space to explore. But again, it's a lot more detailed and it looks much more realistic. So let's check the one I already checked because I have downloaded it. So this is Iceland. Now again, when you first visit these areas, the narrator is going to open her mouth and she's going to start telling you about all this, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually very good information and it's very entertaining. But I can't have her speaking while I'm speaking because it doesn't make a good video. And I definitely can't have the music. Come on. See, I like the fact that you squeeze the grip button and it turns into a pointer, and then you actually interact with it. And now we're in this environment, which is very nice. Now, again, those birds are animated, they're not real, but I mean, none of this is real, but it's not a photo image of a bird, they animated it. And you can actually hear and see the running water, so that's another interesting thing that they've done. And I have turned around so many times I don't actually know where I'm facing in my own room. So that's how about we just use the regular joystick to navigate. Now, can I pick up these rocks? Yes, I can. And again, those flowers look really nice, but you can't interact with them. Yeah, you go right through. Okay, let's try to get to the edge here. Okay, now I can walk a little bit further, or just lean out. Now let's see if it actually, what it actually does. Does it hit? Nope. Well, that's disappointing. It kind of just went through that rock. It would have been nice if it was animated to hit the rock and bounce off. But what can you do? Now, again, this one is more animated. You can see the water. You can hear the waterfall. And what's cool about the waterfall effect, or the sound, is that if I turn my head to look like in that direction, now the waterfall sound is only on my left ear, on my left side. And if I turn again, it starts to kind of get louder in my right ear. So it really gives that illusion like I'm actually here. So now I'm facing this way, my left ear is facing away, so the sound isn't as loud in the left ear, but I can hear it in the right ear. And then every so often, I don't know if you can hear that, they hit you with wind sound. The first time I jumped in here, I actually got a chill. Like, when the wind was hitting me, I mean, it wasn't hitting me. When I heard the wind sound, my body actually reacted as if there was a breeze. I don't know if that's all mental or if it was just a coincidence. Maybe there was a breeze in my house or something. But it was pretty trippy, I'll say that much. Again, this is just a still image for the most part. Now, all that's kind of like mist or maybe water effect that's coming down, that's animated. If you look really carefully, you can see that that's not part of it. It doesn't quite match up. Same with all of that. See the water? That's not really moving. You could tell that it's not moving. But it's a cool little effect. And I guess it does the job. And quite frankly, this app is full price is only $10. And if you get it on a sale, you can get it for like $7. So I think it's well worth it. You know, especially if you already have the headset. I wouldn't tell you to buy a headset just for this. Ooh. See, I'm not kidding. It's just it's mind over matter, I guess. That breeze, again, I felt like a little chill in my arm just now. And I know, ooh, that I didn't like that. I do not like using the joystick to move around. I really would rather. Well, that was a lame throw. That's a better throw. I would really rather walk around, like in my own room, to move around the space, and I do have somewhat enough space to do that in my larger room. But again, this is pretty cool. To move faster, hold your controller trigger buttons. Hold your controller trigger button. Oh, okay, let's see. I mean, it's not that much faster. Huh. I'm actually getting the hang of it. Alright, oh, that was a bad throw. But alright. Alright, this is, I just wanted to show this real quick. This is another thing you can do in VR that is not game related. I guess you could say this is a game, but I think it's more just considered an app. And it's travel. It's a way to travel to places that you may not be able to because of physical limitations, financial limitations. but you can still see this. Now, let's see what it looks like at night. Oh, the moon is not full anymore. Again, it's kind of creepy. It's a little bit creepy. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to brighten this area up. I have to edit it and brighten it up because you probably, if I don't do that, you're probably not even going to see the ground, the rocks. You're just going to see maybe the moon and the stars. Probably won't see the water. This is nice. Now, should we see one more area? Let's see. Now, the only other drawback that I see is that they're all very similar places. It's very rocky. I mean, it's outdoors, but it's like these rocky areas where I would like to see a little bit more. So this is a little bit different, or it looks like it might be. But as you can see, all of them are pretty much the same. Like dry, rocky. This is a forest. Maybe we can see that one. Alright, let's go and try that one that had a little bit of both. This one. Now, I will have to download this, so not sure how long it's going to take. I will skip ahead so you don't have to sit through that. Okay, that didn't really take that long. Oh. Okay, this is different. So I didn't expect to be, I'm assuming on a coast. Now this is not as impressive as the other ones, unfortunately. All that looks very much like an image I would see in the app Wander. It does not look three-dimensional at all. It does look just flat, like a flat image. So this one's not so great. Now, can I move around? How far can I move around? Oh, that's the end of it. So again, it's just this little section. Maybe there's more. Let's, the compass. How do I grab the compass again? Ah, there we go. So we have 1, 2, only 2? No, there's 3. Where's the third one? Ah, there. Let's see what this does. Okay, the Dune is always searching for more real estate. It says, okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Collect. Nothing spectacular here, unfortunately. But again, that is something you can do. You can use the compass and you learn some things. There's only 3 different things you can do for each location. Alright. Again, I'm a little disappointed with this one actually. That's kind of a shame. Let's try one more. Again, I'll skip ahead so you don't have to sit here and watch the download occur. Okay, that one took a little bit longer. Oh, okay, this is a bit more impressive because everything around here looks more three-dimensional, more realistic. So I guess some of them maybe they didn't do as much. Now, some of these rocks look off. I'm not gonna lie about that. Some of them look weird. Like this one. This is definitely just straight up animated and put here. Yeah, some of these rocks don't quite look so good. Like this one right here. This one looks, I don't know, it just looks off. Like, it almost looks cartoonish. But I'm not gonna nitpick about that. I think the more visually stunning part is further back. Now, I like the fact that there's like this mist just moving. So it does give you this impression that it's not just a still image, and that you're not actually looking at a still image, that you're here. Water's moving, that's always good. You can hear it. But it also, I don't know, it looks lifeless. I think they could have animated something, like a bird or maybe some kind of animal running around in the distance. But that's all right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Really? Okay. Fantastic. You say that, but where? Am I missing something here? I see rocks. I don't see flowers. What does that sound? What am I hearing? Huh. I don't know if you could hear that, but it sounded like music was about to play. I turned that off. Strange. Maybe it's just a glitch. What else you got for me? More rocks. Okay. Alright. Where's that at? I don't see that anywhere. That's strange. I'm looking, I don't see that anywhere around here. Like, that's kind of strange. Why would you... This is the second thing that they're showing me that is not visible from my perspective here, and I don't understand that. Alright, let's try one more. Okay. Alright. That's cool that I can grab the book and look at it. It's still pretty. It's a nice little spot. But I'm starting to think that if, well, let's see the nighttime view real quick. Oh, that's a full moon. It's really dark. You'd think it would be much brighter with that moon. But alright. Yeah, I'm starting to see the limitations here, but again, I really shouldn't complain. I will never be able to come to this place and see this with my own eyes. So this is something I would have to settle for. But yeah. So that's the main purpose of this app, is just to be able to come and visit very scenic outdoors, nature areas like this from the comfort of your home. That's really what it is. There's not a lot of interaction. The visuals are, from what I could tell so far, hit or miss. The last one wasn't so great. This one's a little bit nicer in the sense that there's more three-dimensional objects for you to see. But right there, I can already see that that's a little bit more like a flat image. But yeah, so there's another example of something you can do in VR that is not a game. It is another type of travel app. Now, I can compare this with Wander all day long and do the pros and cons, but at the end of the day, I think they are just different enough that they really shouldn't be compared to, other than to say that they are both exploration travel type apps. You may prefer one over the other, but honestly, for the price that they both are, I think they're the same price, $10, and you can get them on sale for like $6, $7. If you already have the headset, just get them both. You know, if this is something that you're into, and then you can, you know, go back and forth. But it is nice, I will say that much. It is quite nice. Now let's come back here. We're back to this, and I think that this is actually going to be, there's the boat. So you see that little object over there? That's the boat that I was talking about. And it's moving really slow, but eventually it'll end up over here and then pretty much go around and I guess disappear. But this seems like this is the one that they put probably the most effort in, at least so far from what I've seen. This is like their signature thing. Now the other cool thing is, as I showed before by accident, is if you do this, you can basically take a picture, and then you can adjust it by moving it around. And I think the idea is that it turns into a postcard that you can like share with people online, maybe send it as an email. Now I don't think I have a physical body, so I won't be in it, but it's still kind of cool. Alright, so yeah, another neat little thing. So I guess the idea is, you know, like if you go traveling to places, you pick up little postcards from them and then send them to people. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, so that's Brink Traveler. It's a I would say an affordable, a decently priced app on the Meta Store, I think that's what they call it, for the Quest 2 headset. And yeah, it lets you come to places like this. Let's take one more look. That's wild. But alright, that's all I got for you. So if you enjoyed this video, hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see. And if you really like this VR stuff, I do have another channel. Maybe check it out. It's at Mr. Turtle VR. So there's a period between the Mr. and the Turtle. I don't think it actually matters. If you just type in Mr. Turtle VR, it'll probably show. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.